Good morning. I'm glad that you're here with us again today for worship. This week I'm back in the tabernacle room because I have another story I want to read to you. This is another of the stories about Jacob. Seems like we've been learning about Jacob all summer. Well, at least most of it. Today's story comes from Growing in God's Love, a story Bible. And this is also a book that will be in our children's library. And when we're gathering here again in our building, you can borrow it. When things get really scary. And this story is based on Genesis 32, 22 through 32. Sometimes everything gets scary. After living away from home for many years, Jacob missed his brother Esau more than anything. Finally, he decided to go home to see Esau again. But Jacob was scared to go home. Esau got wicked mad when Jacob left home with their father Isaac's money. Jacob was afraid his brother would still be mad. On his way home to see his brother, something even scarier happened. One night, Jacob took his whole family across the last river they had to cross before they got home. Then he sat down in the dark by the river to think. Nearby in the dark, someone moved. Jacob jumped. Who was it? His brother Esau? A ghost? A stranger? He couldn't tell in the dark. Suddenly, a mysterious stranger grabbed Jacob, and Jacob wrestled with him. Wrestled and wrestled into the night. Jacob couldn't see anything. He didn't know what to do. When he was more afraid than he could ever remember, Jacob heard a voice. He didn't know where it came from. The voice said, "Let go." "Help me," Jacob said. "What's your name?" asked the voice. "Jacob," he said. And then the voice surprised Jacob. "I'll give you a new name," the voice said. "Your new name will remind you that God is always with you, no matter what happens, no matter how afraid you get. Even when you can't see and don't know what to do, God will be there. Your name will be Israel." And then everything disappeared. The voice was silent. The stranger was gone. Jacob sat down by himself in the dark. When the sun finally rose, Jacob got up and walked away from the river to meet his family. He was limping from wrestling with the stranger, but he had a new name, and his new name reminded him that God would be there when everything gets really scary, even in the dark, even when he didn't know what to do. Now he wanted to see his family again more than ever, and he wanted finally to meet his brother Esau. Now I have the courage, he thought, to meet Esau again. You'll be happy to know that by the end of all the stories of Jacob, Jacob and Esau do meet each other again, and they give each other really big hugs, and they make up with each other. Will you pray with me? Dear God, help us to know that you are with us, even when we are afraid. Amen. Don't forget to look online for this week's Bible challenge and also to join us tomorrow morning at 11:30 for our lunch and a story. See you next week.